Ciao, my name is Luigi, and I wanna tell you a story that happened to me long a time ago.
Pasta, island pasta, take a look and you'll see. Fettuccine, vermicelli, ravioli for me.
The reaction of the people, the attention, I could have never dreamed in a million years to have all of this.
Could you pass me a fork and spoon so that I can twirl my spaghetti? Grazie.
I like it with red sauce Alfredo. I like
My name is Massimo Lecas. I am one of the co-owners of Restaurant Buonanotte. We've opened 22 years ago, and today we are celebrating our 22nd year anniversary.
pasta, pasta, I love pasta. It's a wonderful food.
The coincidence of receiving a letter the day after the victory of the PQ was a little odd for me, especially that the letter had a handwritten date on the letter itself. So they asked to see my menu and they asked to see my wine list, and I felt totally comfortable in showing that because I have to admit my menu is entirely in French. So when I handed the documents, I was like, okay, see you soon, let me know what happens. 5 months later, I got this letter that, the predominant use of Italian, and we should think of translating certain words. And I think that what hit everybody was that when they circled the word pasta. Pastagate went to 14 countries, 500 articles were written on that thing. And, I went on a radio show that somebody said, oh, why don't we settle it inside Quebec? And, you don't have to take your dirty laundry outside of the province. And, my answer was, do you really think that if I would have kept it inside of Quebec and if the story wouldn't have got carried in 14 other countries, do you think I really would have been solved in 10 days?
With sun-dried tomatoes, lovely pasta, right?
I think the language issue in Quebec is something that has to be definitely studied properly. To have certain language laws to protect the French culture and all that, if done properly, yes, they could belong in our society. Living in North America and in the rest of Canada, where we're the only French city, French province, and surrounded by 300 million people, if not more, yes, I believe that there are certain things that we should do to keep that French identity. I also believe that the French identity that we have is also something that we should use to sell ourselves, to make ourselves differentiate ourselves from the rest of the other cities in Canada and the United States. We should use the French to become a touristic attraction. But once the tourists come in and do speak in English, we cannot close ourselves down and believe that the English language and the English culture does not exist. Especially in Montreal, we are here, we need to coexist. If at Bill 101 certain liberties are taken and we reach the ridicule that we reached with my case, where the word pasta was attacked, obviously all Anglophones, all allophones are always have that bit of concern of, my Francophone friends tell me, Max, come on, don't be like that. But we always have that little bit of, fear of how far will they take it. If there's a law that will take it even further, which is what Bill 14 is supposed to do, although there are noble reasons to bring in Bill 14, such as making French language even more thought out in school, where people will speak it better. Yes, fine. But if it's there only to enforce even more cases like mine, it could be a situation where we're going to be very concerned about what that law and that bill will bring in. A lot of times the language police sometimes gets an unfair characterization. L'Office du Québec de la langue française is there for a reason. In my case, there was a young, overzealous inspector. But how many young, overzealous inspector is there in l'Office du Québec de la langue française? So, and is the current government pushing that office even more than when there are other parties at the helm of our province. That's where sometimes, in my case, you kind of realize that the Office du Québec de la langue française sometimes goes outside of their of the law to ensure the protection of the French language, and that's where it's concerning. I think that l'Office du Québec de la langue française has to massage their message. Sometimes you hear words like the predominance of French language has to exist, and so those are like, let's massage our words.
Pasta, choli, and spaghetti too. Pasta, pasta, I love pasta.
Well, do I accept her apology? I haven't had an apology, but I guess, someone in that position is not going to apologize. I can understand that too, I'm a restaurant owner, they're a government entity. I don't think that they're going to ever send out a letter saying we are sorry, but I think that the case is closed in 10 days, that I got a letter at 6:30 p.m. on a Monday night, actually not even a letter, I got a fax at 6:30 p.m. There was an urgency to fix it, and all these indications of the fax of Monday night, getting a one sentence, your case is closed letter, I think that was their way, the way a government apologizes. So in a way, yes, it is a victory for me. No, I don't expect an apology. And my message to Pauline Marois is that she obviously witnessed a sense of how people reacted to my story. She obviously should have felt, oh my God, this went to 14 countries. This went all the way to New Zealand. We have to fix this situation as soon as we can. We have to try to look at how we're going to handle these cases of hide the on and off on a blender, or how do we approach certain difficulties? How do we push the French language, the message, without being ridiculed and without being, offensive to certain cultures? So my message is that there has to be some attention put to Bill 101, the future of Bill 14, and l'Office du Québec de la langue française. There has to be some sort of attention or something where they focus their energies on maybe more important things and leave hardworking people alone.
Pasta, pasta, I love pasta, it's a wonderful food.
In my case, social media and the help of media really, really helped to close my case and to put it all away. Now, is it because the case of Buonanotte is closed that it's over? I don't think it's over, because once again, all my friends that have lived it and have gone through certain situations, it's still out there. So we need to keep pushing and keep giving people courage to speak out. I'd like to thank Mohamed here that's helping me put this message across, and everything he's doing is positive. Once again, I'd like to thank Mohamed to have expressed my message in that way.
Say, Luigi, could you pass me a fork and spoon so that I can twirl my spaghetti? Grazie.
Ciao YouTube! As you can see, it's me, Luigi. I'm recording this short video because I wanna say thank you to all of you. Grazie. Mwah, mwah. Anyway, since I'm here, I'd like to tell you a little secret, my friends. Apparently, I'm going to come back with a whole new adventure, or something like that. This is all I can say for now, but subscribe or be my fan on Facebook if you wanna know more about it. But remember, there is still a lot of work to do. Gotta go now. Peace on you, amici miei. Arrivederci.